The following footage is not intended for persons under age 14 and you should not replicate it without supervision. Serious harm can result if tools are misused. Take precautions and use proper gear, please.
Alright, hey guys, it's Jay, and I would love to do a bit of a tutorial on how to scribe panel lines onto kits. And I'll use this old kit from 018 for a test subject. So what you do here is just remove the parts that you want to work on. Whoa. Hang on, I'll use the other arm. Whoa. Still fine. The piece I want to work on here is this piece, and let's start with the tools here. Basic flat pencil, a blade which has a really good blade for just like a little bit of planning before you do the actual scribing. Right, and the actual scriber. And last of all, my awesome sandpapers, which you'll be using the 400 and 1000 to smooth out whatever is left for the panel scribing process. Let's start. So basically you want to make some easy straight lines, So I'll just do a simple design here. By the way, this is like the exact tutorial from DC33, Mac Art. And let's just score a little bit. Good thing about this blade is that it has a really straight edge. And when you're panel lining, scribing panel lines, it's a good advantage. Because most of the time you want them straight. And usually you should work from the outside to inside. That should leave a pretty strong mark. Okay, just like that. And pop up your scriber. And I must say, this is a really good scriber. It's got like a couple of replacement blades in case you go rough on them. So, hang on. So just feel the actual edge that you just worked on and just drag it along and just go back and forth and keep the blade at the flat edge. I'm actually a newbie at this still, but if you got a couple of practice runs, you should be able to perfect it. So I usually just do that back and forth, it's safer that way. It'll be much better to work on a master grade because you got plenty of space to work on. wanna see how well I did here. Let me just feel the edge. Yes, let's move on and see how well we did. So I'll just use the 400 to rough it up. Should remove the skinny stuff that you probably could have missed. I suggest to wet sand it, it's better. So in case you're not quite satisfied, just go for a couple of runs. And again, since we're still practicing, just try use your instincts, I guess. The flat side. Yeah, you should use your blade right in the middle instead of going slanted, because it usually leads to off track and you messed up even more. But in case you do mess up, use the Tamiya's putty. The white putty is pretty good quality, and you can just rescribe it again if you so desire. So after a couple runs, so this is just a simple design, and when you do panel line it, it will look like this, which will improve your look, the look of your kit quite a lot. So let's try another piece. So some old kits, you want to add some panel lines to the side of the hips to make it look as if it has 2.0 articulation. So the usual common thing that I see is probably this, because with this shape it has a lot of side here and now dimension that you might want to just scribe that as well. And when you draw the design, keep in mind how wide the thing is. So just give it a little more space so you can move back and forth. The same old process. Well, quite frankly, I think the first one I made did a better job. Plus the fact that the camera is blocking my path, and my hands are really out of the reach here. Maybe here, but my hands are all the way forwards. It's tough to do scribing like this. And quite frankly, I like this result better. I haven't tried scribing like circular paths because it's going to be very tough. And in case you need like some kind of reference, just use a wheel grade Gundam for example. But things like these, like the length of the line, it will be tough to replicate. So that's why the wheel grade is a really amazing kit. So I think this should give you a good idea as to how to scribe panel lines on your high grade or whatever kit you're working on. See you guys next time.